We are ranking the top 10 most recognizable slow cooker brands in the US, from leaky, burned meal disasters to models you can trust for an overnight stew. These brands show up on shelves everywhere, and recent reviews and tests reveal major differences in safety, temperature accuracy, and reliability. Some common names hide big letdowns, while others outperform at every turn. Which brand is the safest for your kitchen, and which should you avoid at all costs? Let us kick off our countdown with number 10. Mainstays slow cookers grab attention for one reason: the price. Sitting under $30 on most Walmart shelves, they promise an easy entry into slow cooking. But the bargain comes with trade-offs that show up fast, especially for anyone planning long, unattended cooks. Verified buyers repeatedly flag the same issues: lids that never quite sit tight, condensation leaking onto counters, and uneven heating that leaves dinner half burned, half raw after 8 hours. One review from March 2025 spells it out. Lid popped off mid-car ride, chili everywhere, ruined my counter and clothes. Another warns, 10-hour stew leaked all over, plastic handle melted. In lab-style water tests, Mainstays models show temperature swings of up to 15 degrees, compared to the steady 5-degree hold in higher-end brands. Heating elements sometimes burn out in a matter of months, with plastic handles and knobs failing just as quickly. At this price, warranty support is almost non-existent. For anyone who truly needs to set and forget a meal, Mainstays lands at the bottom of the list. Cheap up front, but risky for the long haul. Farberware is a name that shows up in kitchens across the country, often trusted for basic cookware and countertop appliances. But when it comes to slow cookers, the story gets complicated. These units are usually priced just above bargain basement level, and shoppers might expect a step up from the cheapest options. Instead, a closer look at verified reviews tells a different story, one of inconsistent reliability and problems that appear once the honeymoon period ends. Owners describe slow cookers that start strong, only to develop quirks within a few months. Reports of units that suddenly stop heating, controlled dials that lose sensitivity, and digital panels that go dark are not uncommon. Some users say recipes that came out perfect at first later burned or turned mushy on the same settings. The phrase "cooks weird over time" pops up repeatedly, with complaints about temperature swings, sometimes running too hot, sometimes not hot enough to safely finish a meal. Unlike some competitors, Farberware's slow cookers are produced by various manufacturers under license, which means quality can vary from one model to the next. Thinner metal housings and lightweight pots add to the sense that corners have been cut. While there is no record of a major recall or widespread safety crisis, the brand's slow cookers have built a reputation for letdowns in durability and temperature consistency. For anyone planning to rely on their slow cooker week after week, Farberware lands low on the list. It is not the cheapest option, but it is a gamble for long-term meal prep. Buyers who need dependable, steady performance for weekly cooking should proceed with caution and consider other mainstream picks. Bella slow cookers line the shelves at Walmart and Target, often wrapped in bright packaging and promoted as a budget-friendly pick for busy kitchens. But a closer look at owner experiences reveals a pattern that is hard to ignore. Many users report that the exterior of Bella slow cookers, especially the handles and sides, get uncomfortably hot during use. Several reviewers mention minor burns, saying they had to use oven mitts just to move a unit, and warning to keep kids away from the counter. The heat is not just on the outside. Reports of uneven cooking are common, especially for all-day recipes. Stews can develop burned rings around the edge while the center stays undercooked, and some owners say the low setting feels almost as aggressive as high. Durability complaints add another layer of concern. Some users notice the non-stick coating inside the pot starting to peel after only a few washes, raising questions about long-term safety and food quality. While there is no record of a major recall or widespread injury tied to Bella slow cookers, the combination of hot exteriors, inconsistent results, and flaking inserts has led many buyers to say they would not purchase the brand again. Despite heavy promotion and low prices, Bella's track record on safety and reliability keeps it anchored in the bottom tier of mainstream slow cookers. Beautiful by Barrymore slow cookers stand out in any kitchen, and not just for their performance. Matte finishes in colors like sage and white icing paired with gold accents and smooth curves make them a favorite for anyone who wants their countertop to double as a design statement. These slow cookers are a go-to gift for weddings and housewarmings, often chosen more for looks than for heavy-duty meal prep. Owner reviews on Walmart and Amazon highlight the visual appeal, with many calling the appliance Instagram-ready and praising how it fits modern decor. For light use, think occasional soups, stews, or party dips. The feedback is mostly positive. Users report even heating for short cooks, and they appreciate the programmable timer and dishwasher safe insert. Long-term reliability, though, is where the beautiful line raises questions. Some buyers mention the exterior paint scratching or fading after a few months, especially around the handles and knob. Others report minor leaks from the lid during transport, and a handful note that the digital display can glitch after repeated use. Verified reviews show that satisfaction rates are high for those who use their slow cooker once or twice a week, but they drop off for daily meal preppers. The most common complaint is that the stylish finish does not always hold up to the demands of heavy, all-day cooking. With no major recalls or headline-making failures, Beautiful by Barrymore lands squarely in the middle of the pack. It is great for people who want their slow cooker to look as good as their food, but it is not proven as a workhorse for marathon stews or weekly batch cooking. Instant became a household name by promising one-pot convenience, selling millions of multi-cookers that can pressure cook, sauté, steam, and slow cook, all in the same unit. For busy kitchens, the appeal is obvious: fewer appliances, more options, and a reputation for strong safety features, including locking lids and automatic shutoff. But when it comes to the slow cook function, the story takes a turn that surprises many home cooks. Independent lab tests and food science reviews consistently show that instant slow cook mode, especially on low, runs cooler than traditional crock-style slow cookers. In practical terms, this means recipes designed for classic slow cookers often come out underdone or need several extra hours to reach the same tenderness. Owners report beans that stay tough after 8 hours, or stews that taste flat unless cooked on high or for much longer than expected. Food bloggers and test kitchens echo this, advising users to adjust their settings or double-check doneness before serving. The pot shape and heating profile are different too. Instant's stainless insert is shallower and wider, which can change how heat circulates and how much moisture escapes. While the versatility is unmatched for those who want pressure cooking yogurt and rice in one device, anyone hoping for a drop-in replacement for grandma's slow-cooked pot roast will need to tweak their approach. For purists, instant slow cook mode is a compromise, safe and flexible, but not a true set-it-and-forget-it experience without some adaptation. That is why Instant lands in the middle of the pack, great for multitaskers, but not the best for classic low and slow reliability. Ninja slow cookers land in the upper half of the list for one reason: raw power. Models like the Ninja Foodie and Possible Cooker Pro heat up fast, brown meat better than most, and run hotter than the classic crock-style slow cookers many people grew up with. In Tech Gear Lab's 2025 head-to-head test, the Ninja Possible Cooker Pro outperformed competitors in both speed and versatility, turning out deeply caramelized stews and roasts in less time than expected. But that same muscle means recipes designed for gentler, older slow cookers can end up drier or more reduced, especially on all-day cooks. Owners who do not adjust liquid levels or check doneness sooner often report that the last hour can take a dish from perfect to parched. It is not a flaw, it is a different approach. Ninja's units excel at sauté, sear, and even baking, making them a favorite for home cooks who want to do more than just stew. Still, the learning curve is real. User reviews show that once people tweak recipes, adding a splash more broth or shaving an hour off the timer, the results rival anything from pricier brands. For anyone willing to adapt, Ninja's high heat and broad feature set turn it into a kitchen workhorse. But treating it like an old school set and forget Crock can lead to overcooked meals. That is why Ninja earns a strong spot, with the caveat that it rewards cooks who pay attention to its faster, hotter style. Crock-Pot sits at the heart of American slow cooking. For decades, the name has been shorthand for Sunday pot roast and holiday chili, filling kitchens with the promise of hands-off comfort food. But even legends have their warnings, and Crock-Pot's recent history demands a closer look before you set and forget. In November 2020, nearly 914,000 Crock-Pot 6-quart Express Crock multi-cookers were recalled in the United States after the Consumer Product Safety Commission received 119 reports of the lid detaching under pressure. 99 of those reports led to burn injuries, some severe. Owners were told to stop using the pressure cook function entirely until a replacement lid arrived. The recall left a mark on consumer trust that still lingers. Beyond the recall, user reports and lab data point to a new reality for Crock-Pot buyers. Some newer models run noticeably hotter than the classics. Recipes that once simmered gently on low now risk boiling or overcooking, and keep warm modes sometimes edge into a simmer themselves. Crock-Pot's parent company says these changes meet updated food safety guidelines, but the trade-off is clear. Classic low and slow texture can be harder to achieve without careful model selection and recipe tweaks. For anyone considering a Crock-Pot, it is essential to check the model number against recall lists and to read recent reviews for temperature behavior. The brand still offers reliable options, but not every unit is created equal. In a field where trust and safety matter, Crock-Pot's legacy remains strong. But informed buying is more important than ever. Hamilton Beach stands out as the dependable pick for families who want a slow cooker that just works, day in and day out. In Reviewed.com 2025 testing, Hamilton Beach models earned praise for hitting and holding target temperatures on both low and high settings, even during marathon cooks. This kind of stability matters when you are leaving chili or pulled pork to simmer for 8 hours while you are at work. Owners point to the brand's cook and carry line with locking lids as a game changer for potlucks and family gatherings. The lid clamps down tight, preventing spills on the drive and keeping moisture where it belongs, inside the pot. It is a feature that has become a must-have for anyone who has ever lost a batch of soup to a loose lid or a bumpy car ride. Capacity is another strong point. 6-quart and 7-quart models are big enough to feed a crowd, or to knock out a week's worth of meal prep in one go. The controls are simple, either a dial or programmable, with no confusing menus or hidden settings. That simplicity translates to fewer things that can go wrong, and it is reflected in the brand's relatively low rate of systemic complaints. While isolated reports of cracked inserts or defective units do surface, the pattern is less severe than what is seen with budget brands lower on the list. Affordability is a key reason Hamilton Beach lands in the top 3. It regularly delivers reliable performance at a price that undercuts premium brands, making it the value pick for shoppers who want to buy once and not worry. For families, frequent entertainers, or anyone tired of overthinking their next slow cooker, Hamilton Beach is the easy answer, reliable, practical, and ready for whatever is on the menu. KitchenAid slow cookers stand out in a crowded market for one reason: they are built to last. The first thing you notice is the weight, heavier crocks, thick stainless housings, and sturdy oversized knobs that feel solid in the hand. Owners often mention that even after years of regular use, the lid still fits tight and the controls click with reassuring precision. In a 2025 lab test, KitchenAid models showed temperature swings of less than 5 degrees over an 8-hour cook, matching the kind of consistency usually reserved for commercial kitchen gear. That level of control means you can walk away from a stew or pot roast knowing it will be safe and perfectly cooked when you return. Warranty and support are another reason KitchenAid earns its reputation. Unlike budget brands that leave buyers chasing third-party help, KitchenAid offers easy access to replacement crocks, lids, and control knobs, parts that are often hard to source for cheaper competitors. Their slow cookers typically come with a 2-year limited warranty, and owners report fast, no-hassle service when issues do pop up. This kind of backup matters when you are investing in an appliance expected to handle heavy weekly use. Consumer reviews echo the premium feel. Reports of cracked inserts or failed electronics are rare, and most complaints focus on bulk or price rather than reliability. In side-by-side tests, KitchenAid slow cookers delivered even heat from edge to center, avoiding the scorched rings or undercooked middles that plague lower-ranked brands. The stainless finish resists stains and fingerprints, and the controls are simple, no confusing menus, just dependable dials or easy-to-read digital displays. KitchenAid does not come cheap, often landing in the $80 to $150 range, but buyers consistently say the price is justified by years of steady performance. For anyone who wants a slow cooker that feels like a true kitchen upgrade, one that is ready for daily family meals, big gatherings, or marathon cooks, KitchenAid is a safe bet. It is not the absolute top performer in every test, but it is the brand most likely to make you forget about warranty claims and replacement hassles. That is why it lands at number 2, premium build, strong support, and reliability that justifies the investment. Cuisinart stands at the top of the list for a reason. In side-by-side tests, the Cuisinart 6-quart 3-in-1 slow cooker delivers the kind of performance that serious home cooks count on. Professional reviewers at Reviewed.com named it best overall in 2025, pointing to its even heat distribution, reliable temperature control, and sturdy build. Lab data backs this up, and over an 8-hour low-setting, Cuisinart models hold temperatures within a tight 5-degree range. No wild swings, no cold zones, and no risk of the food drifting into the bacterial danger zone. That is the kind of stability that lets you walk away for the day with confidence. Beyond the basics, Cuisinart's versatility sets it apart. The 3-in-1 models offer browning, steaming, and classic slow cooking in one countertop appliance. Sauté onions or brown a roast right in the insert, then transition straight to a long, gentle simmer. No extra pans, no extra cleanup. The controls are simple and intuitive, with clear digital displays and settings that actually match what is printed on the dial. Owners praise the solid, well-fitting lids and thick, durable ceramic inserts that resist cracking and chipping even after years of use. Reports of leaks, loose handles, or electronics failures are rare compared to mid-tier brands. In verified 2025 reviews, buyers consistently mention flawless results, and 8-hour roasts come out juicy and tender, not a hint of scorching or mush. Durability matters as much as performance. Cuisinart slow cookers feel heavy and substantial, with stainless housings and reinforced handles that hold up to frequent use. The exterior stays cool enough to touch, rarely exceeding 120 degrees Fahrenheit in lab tests, which adds a layer of safety for families with kids or crowded kitchens. While the price lands above entry-level brands, the investment pays off in reliability and peace of mind. There is no need to wonder if the lid will rattle loose or if the stew will burn on one side and undercook on the other. This is the slow cooker that earns trust over years, not just months. When expert testers, food bloggers, and everyday buyers all agree on consistent, drama-free performance, it is no surprise Cuisinart lands at number 1. For anyone who wants a set-and-forget slow cooker that simply works every time for any recipe, this is the safest bet on the mainstream market. Across all 10 brands, one pattern stands out. Price tags and familiar names do not guarantee trust in your kitchen. In 2025, the real divide is not budget versus premium. It is consistent safety versus surprise failures. That reality puts every home cook in the quality control spotlight. The slow cooker you choose is more than a gadget. It is a question of who you trust with your dinner. What brand has earned your trust? Let us talk below.